You are live.
We're live. Hey, welcome to another fun episode with your favorite mouse moms, Jennifer and Lori. They're together. You have to talk. It's a podcast.
Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry. Hi.
Hello.
And me, Juliana. So Jennifer and Lori, as you must know, as our faithful listener, are in Orlando at Walt Disney World, coming to you live right now. Forgive us for gaffes. We're live. I don't know what our excuse is all the other times, but they're at the Grand Floridian. And for those of you watching on video, you can see a little bit of the view from their balcony there. I can see the top of the building and, you know, the pretty white, and the sky is awfully blue, but you get the mental picture. And there they are back in the frame again. So without further ado, I think we must dive right in because you guys had a super busy day yesterday. But first, if you can handle it at this early hour and after such a fun night, a Mouska cocktail.
Yeah, so we had a hard time choosing a Mouska cocktail this morning because we had so many of them.
We did a bunch of Epcot yesterday, and we've already gone through the brackets and drinks, so I think for the Mouska cocktail, we're going to do something different yesterday, because, of course, we didn't stop after Epcot.
Yes. This is a dual-purpose Mouska cocktail and some exciting Disney news.
Yes.
So the exciting Disney news, of course, was that Trader Sam's Grog Grotto, the popular destination bar in Disney's Polynesian Resort, opened on Monday for the first time since closing due to COVID. And so
Is there a puppy on your patio?
There's a bird. We made it a priority to get there yesterday, and we did get in. And
do you hear the bird?
I do.
Yeah,
of course you made it a priority. You're the Mouska moms and you take one for the team.
And I have to say, it's like our favorite place
in the world.
I love that place. It's so fun.
In the world.
It really is. Like every time I go. So just to back it up, last night after we kind of recovered for a bit in the room from food and wine, we went to the Enchanted Rose Lounge, which is the lounge here in the Grand Floridian. And then we walked over to the Polynesian to try to get into Trader Sam's.
You hear that, everybody? They walked.
They walked.
How fun.
It's that close, yeah.
So easy when you're staying at those monorail deluxes. So,
and it's such a difference, those two lounges. And we were saying that Trader Sam's is just kind of like Cheers, if you're old like me, where everybody knows your name. And like,
it reminds me, for the Bostonians, it reminds me of Jake Ivory's, where like everybody's just singing and acting crazy.
And I mean, we met so many people, and
we did.
It just was not the case at the lounge. Was lovely.
We still made friends because we make friends everywhere.
Yeah,
I still want to go to the Enchanted Rose for a more sophisticated,
definitely sophisticated
date night. The drinks looked amazing.
Yeah, they were. Let's talk about.
Let's pick a drink of the day.
Yes.
So, but quickly, one of the drinks that I think is not your drink of the day, but that you had yesterday, was one that we featured as a drink of the day in the past, the Lavender Fog. Was it as delicious as it sounds?
It was very good.
It was very, very good. You would have loved it. I kept saying that. I'm drinking it. I'm like, oh my God, Juliana would love this. It was really, really good.
It was amazing. And it also, we got a cheese plate with it. And she was like, hey, pair this with this cheese. And sometimes, servers say that. And I'm like, whatever. She was dead on.
She was right. Cheese. It was like some goat cheese with lavender notes in through it. And then drink had that. It was lavender.
That sounds amazing. I hate that you guys. What's that?
That was not our Mouska cocktail, though.
No, I hate that you guys are going to have to do all of this again sometime when I'm there.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, but your mom about the good stuff. So our Mouska cocktail from Trader Sam's was the Oa. And so Trader Sam's is twofold. They have fantastic drinks, but you go there for the vibe. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Like you can get a rum drink anywhere.
You
go
know
to
how I love rum. I do not. But I love Trader Sam's, even though I hate rum.
You go for the atmosphere, and part of the atmosphere is ordering some of these drinks, which comes with, it's like a dinner show.
Yeah.
It's like the Jungle Cruise in a bar.
Yes.
Correct.
So this was one of those drinks where you order it and it's not just the drink, it comes with a show. So I'm not going to give away too much because I really encourage our listeners to go to Trader Sam's
Or watch the video that we posted.
Or watch the video that we posted and order the uh-oh. It's rum, 2 different kinds of rum, orange, passion fruit, guava, pineapple, grapefruit juice, and cinnamon and lime juice.
Is pog juice in there? There's pog juice in there.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can take the mug to go as a fun souvenir. We did not.
No.
We left the mug. But the cool thing is about this place, and I think we've talked about it before on the podcast, is that it's a tropical bar, so a lot of it is rum drinks. But the interesting thing is they put cinnamon in everything, which is something that it never would have occurred to me. But it works.
It kills the sweetness. So, you're drinking pog juice.
Well, it's like spiced rum.
Yeah. And this drink was very sweet.
But the cinnamon helped.
And the show that they do around it, trust me, just order it. And it's very shareable. That one we shared. It was a drink for 2. It didn't have to be a drink for 2, but we had a long day.
I think last time we were there, I had a drink for 2 by myself, if I remember correctly.
Well, Lori kind of wound up doing that.
It's a dangerous place, but we're so glad it's open. We love this place.
And it's all the same as pre-COVID.
I was going to say, it's all the same.
Any different.
And the big thing is, so we talked about this one before COVID or I guess before it was open, it's still running on a virtual queue. It's identical to what it was before. So you walk in, you put your name in, you give them your cell phone number, and they text you when your table is ready. So
Perfect.
Basically you go up to the bar upstairs at Ohana, and you can get drinks that are kind of similar. That should be the Musket tip.
Yeah.
What we learned there.
Remind us to
Remind us,
that Musket tip from Ohana.
Tell us again at the end of the show.
So yes, but it was, you got your drinks up there and you just waited for your text message and then we could go in. The servers were really happy to be back. The Polynesian just opened up officially on Monday. Yeah. So it was nice to see the lobby completely busy again. Ohana jammed, Kona jammed, everything was busy.
And what a coincidence. Crazy that you guys were staying at the Polynesian the same time that Trader Sam's opened.
Yeah, it was really like, it made me cry. Like a lot of the things that we've been seeing this week have been great because, we're Disney fans. And so it's so nice to see some of these things open. And we talked about this on one of our very first podcasts about how Disney is like the barometer for normalcy.
Yeah. And
so the first night we were here, we stayed in Epcot for fireworks. And I don't love the fireworks in Epcot, but I got really teary and not even because there were fireworks in Epcot, but because there were fireworks in Epcot, and that just made everything like normal.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the normalcy too of people crowding around each other watching the fireworks.
See, that gives me anxiety still.
It did.
It was kind of nice.
It was not shoulder to shoulder. It was not. We had a great.
We're at Magic Kingdom tonight.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes at Magic Kingdom. But it was.
Well, let us know. But okay, so Trader Sam's is open. That's big news. You guys got to go. What other news do we have?
So the other news isn't as great. So I don't know if you guys were paying attention to our post this week, but the Epcot monorail reopened on Sunday. That was closed for about 18 months for renovation. And it reopened on Sunday and closed yesterday.
It was open for 3 days. 3.
How was it just tired? Like, oh, I'm so out of shape. I need a break.
We talked to cast members too. And I was like, really? 3 days, guys? It was closed for 18 months. And he was like, I was surprised it didn't close yesterday. I think it's just tired and older, and maybe it needs some kinks worked out. So
That's a big draw for people staying at those hotels.
That's not to say that when we leave here this morning, it's not open today, but
Yes.
it was not open yesterday.
I would say it could be open up today, and realistically, the buses were there. We didn't wait very long for the buses.
No.
So it wasn't. It was fun.
And the buses are back to normal. There's standing room, seated.
We have a question.
I'm not sure I'm happy hearing all these like things go, these COVID silver linings. I liked my personal space.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yes, but we didn't have to wait for a bus.
Yeah. So tell me more about news. I think there was something else you learned this week while you were there. Are there?
Oh, that's right. So yesterday we were on Facebook and we got on live. We were very excited to share that we got club level.
At the Grand Floridian.
At the Grand Floridian, because when we went to our My Disney Experience, it showed our room number and it said club level. And we just got very excited, guys. We just got really excited. And then as we were looking into it and thought about it a little more, we were like, well, maybe there's something special. But no, club level doesn't open up till September 16th.
Yeah. We're here for a travel agent thing. So we kind of got excited that, oh my God, maybe they're doing something special for us. We should have known. It's not club level in this resort is not opening until September.
No.
So we did not get to take advantage of that, which was really fine because,
we're actually in Sugarloaf Building in the Grand Floridian, which is a highly sought after building. And that's where typically they've done club service. I don't know if it's going to come back to this building.
Yeah, the bellman said that when they open, club level is only coming up in the main building, coming back in the main building, and that they were not going to open this one due to the scheduled construction. They're turning one of the buildings here into another Disney Vacation Club building. So
really?
Lori makes fun of me, but like I talk to everybody, and she talks to everybody
I
too.
wasn't making fun of you to talk to him. I was making fun of you because I was in a robe.
Yeah, so the bell services came to deliver our luggage to the room, and like I always talk to, I'm like, so what, do you have any intel?
And Lori's standing there in a robe.
I'm laying on the bed.
Standing there, she was laying on the bed. I didn't think he was going to come in the room, and then he came in the room and he stood there and started telling me all about because I said, well, what's up with 1900 Park? When's that opening? What's up with Club
So
Level?
what did you learn from him?
I learned nothing.
No.
I learned that he knew as much as we know. So, but
except for the part about Club Level.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's all interesting news.
All the news. There really wasn't anything super exciting.
Oh, I guess the only other part, I mean, we can talk about this later, but the news, the bigger thing that people are talking about is, the masks are gone for fully vaccinated people. One of our big questions is what they do with the kids for going inside and on the rides. There really is no enforcing whatsoever. Yeah. We were next to a kid on Figment, and they don't enforce the masks at all on the kids. Where they do enforce them is on transportation.
Yes.
So the bus is 100%. You can't walk on there without a mask on. Skyliner, for the most part, there's some give and take there, depending.
It depends on the cast member.
On when you're on. I'm guessing the monorail is the same, where they're like a bus, they're going to have you put it on before you get on. So just be mindful of that. Keep the masks still somewhere easily accessible for when you do the transportation. There was a lot of people kind of, where is it? I can't find it.
The only people who were not doing that were people who were wearing their masks on the lanyard, which is kind of a smart mask tip. And really you don't need it very often. No. But when you do, like we on the buses, I'm like, I don't know where my mask is, because you don't need it all day. Like we were out and about all day not needing a mask, and then all of a sudden we're getting back on the bus and I'm like, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, and Florida July is no joke. No joke heat. So I'm very thankful that I do not have to wear the mask.
It's hot and it's damp.
It is no joke, guys. I said I wouldn't come here in July. Obviously, I was going to come at the point of the year, but it's hot.
We have a good question coming in from Brienne, who wants to know. We are going to the Magic Kingdom fireworks tonight, and we will be trying to live stream them. We found a real problem even today. If you guys watched or yesterday, if you watched our videos, there are a lot of spots in the area that our Wi-Fi just cuts out. And even if we're not on Wi-Fi, because we tried that too, it just, our stream cuts out.
As you say, worst case scenario, if the live doesn't work, I will video it.
I think that's what we're going to wind up doing. I think one of us will probably live stream and the other will video just in case it doesn't work, so that some way we will get the fireworks to you guys. So they are scheduled for 9:15 tonight. So stay tuned.
Okay. So what are we talking about today? Are we talking about your epic day yesterday?
Yeah. I mean, yes, we can talk about our epic day, but we are not going to give away any of our bracket results. Here's my tip. So we are doing a giveaway of a really cute Corksicle wine tumbler. And the way to get that is to participate in the bracket and comment on our videos from yesterday. And you know, if you want to cheat per se and figure out what the winners were, just watch the live streams. We were very you can tell which things we liked and which things we were like, ooh. But yeah, we had a pretty
tasted
crazy
24 items.
I don't know how you did it. So you didn't write anything? You didn't do like Soren?
We rode Figment. That was it.
Of course you did.
No, because the lines,
was it crowded? Because when you guys were videoing, it did not look crowded in the World Showcase.
The first part, I'd say up until America, so right around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, or no, probably around 12, 1 o'clock, that's when the crowd started coming back in. So in the morning.
Well, it doesn't open till 11, right?
It opens up at 11. I would say at 11 o'clock, if you're looking to do Food and Wine Festival, I would head to more popular booths first thing in the morning. Because there wasn't
really wait too long on any lines. China wasn't great.
Jen tried to quit in China.
It was hot.
She tried to quit.
And
guys.
the line,
she did that last time too.
But the problem this time is that it's like 178 degrees out, and you're in the sun. There's no relief, and the lines were getting a little bit long because we go the Canada way. And so by the time we got to China, if you can picture the map in your brain, like we're almost done.
Last time you tried to quit in China and we started in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So I made it pretty far this time, but the problem is that's where the lines started creeping up with the weight, and you're right in the dead sun, and we weren't really excited for that taste. So I'm just like, let's just leave. I'll finish it with Juliana in August.
So speaking of, we're not going to go to Epcot, I think, in August.
I don't think so.
So this is great. We're wrapping up this trip with you guys. Yeah. And then our Mouska fans get to help us plan the next one in August. So we still have to work out exactly what we're going to do. We're going to be there for Boo Bash, but we have a few days, so we need to decide what to do with the rest of them. I'd love to hear what people have to say.
Yeah, I think this one was very heavy Epcot, and then when you and I are back, Juliana, in October, we're going to be very heavy Magic Kingdom and Epcot.
For the 50th. That's
right. And then the rest of the booths open up October 1st. So I am the only one that will get to do both.
both Epcot trips. That's right.
And a lot of so that's interesting to talk about. A lot of these, it's very loud. I'm sorry.
I can't hear it.
Okay, good. A lot of these food booths are not opening until October, but they are still there. Sorry, they are still there, so you can see the booth. You can see where they're going to be located. Yeah. You can read the menus. They have the pictures of the food, which is public information anyway. But it's
when they open. When they open the new booths in October, are they closing some of the ones that you went to, or they're just adding more?
Adding more.
They expect it to be busier in the fall.
And this is more of a typical. The last couple of festivals we've done during COVID were not typical because there weren't very many of them.
Yeah.
there are usually this many of them that are going to be open by October 1st. And there are a lot. So great that we did these brackets. I think we'll do another round for you guys in October, but I can't imagine combining those brackets. It was a lot for us to do in one day. We were saying the other day, I think our new advice for clients is if you have 5 days in the park, you do 4 days in Epcot and a day in the Magic Kingdom.
So I think we need to recruit people to help us in October.
I was just going to say, so the two of us did that. It hurt not to have you yesterday. That third person taking bites with us. I mean, Flat Juliana here was super helpful. She was great.
But she doesn't eat much.
But she doesn't eat much.
and that was the problem. Like, honestly, like, this is our job. This was a fact-finding mission. We threw away a lot of food. We did. We took a bite. If we didn't love it, we took the bite so that we could comment on it, and then that was it. We did not do that so much with the drinks.
No, the drinks got finished, except for grape.
Well, you were hot and thirsty.
Yes.
Yesterday was good. The festival was good. It was the food was good, guys.
It was good.
Were you able to enjoy anything outside of the food, or it was a really, like, you guys, that was record time? Like, I don't know how you did all that. It was a food fest from 11 till 5, and you got it all. I mean, I can't imagine you had time for anything.
We had a goal, 1, to get out of there at 5 because the weather was going to turn. And 2, I needed to be in an air-conditioned room, and I needed to be out of my sweat-soaked clothes.
This is like professional Disneying right here, because you were on a mission, but you still had a really good time.
We had a really good time.
Great time.
But, we called our husbands afterwards.
That was a big mistake.
Yeah. Like, we're so tired. Do you not feel for us? And no,
they didn't.
No, they don't. Have you never been on a business trip? My husband would text me pictures of his gourmet meal that he's eating with clients, and I'd be like, I'm eating hot dogs and mac and cheese with 2 toddlers. Have fun. So no.
I have to say the other thing, when we're talking about how hot it is in Florida in these, July, August, the cool thing that they did this year, and we talked about it on the podcast before we came, about how weird it was that they didn't have any booths at the World Showplace. And that was actually okay, because what they did instead is they had, because World Showplace is great because it's a huge area. They have lots of tables. It's a great place to go and hit a couple of different booths and sit down in the air conditioning for a while and regroup. But what they did for this one instead was they scattered those pockets of air conditioning seated areas throughout the World Showcase, so that you didn't have to walk around the world all the way back to the World Showplace, which is located between Canada and the UK. We had more opportunities to go inside and kind of regroup, get some air for a little bit, and still, we came to you guys live from the rotunda, and that was kind of the problem. A lot of those spaces didn't have great Wi-Fi, but we needed to do it. The rotunda was beautiful. It was so nice and cool in there. We got a table so that we could sit for a while. We tasted our food. So that's a really good extra bonus Mouska tip for you guys, is that, take advantage of that. It really wasn't hard finding places to sit in there.
No,
either.
There was no problems finding places hard to sit. I will say, we talked about the Canada booth. So we went to the Canada booth, or the Appleseed booth, on Monday night. And we said it was inside where the Canada show was, where that 360 show was. A lot of people didn't know it was back there. I actually passed 3 groups, and they're like, what is that? And they're like, oh no, it's just Laissez Lire. But they have a sign over that says Appleseed. And you need to go in because they have the ciders there. They do have apple pie or a tart, some other things, but it is a really cool area. They piped in the smell of apples. So
Very
you're
clever.
Walking in, and it's an awesome place to go. They have, if you've seen the Canada show, they have tables where you kind of stand in rows. So there's areas for you to kind of stand. There were seats places. There was barrels in there. It was a super cute area. I just don't think people knew that it was back there.
Well, I think the problem is the big draw for the Canada is always the little filet and the cheddar soup, and that's outside.
Yeah.
So I think that was the issue, is that people got their food and totally bypassed.
They bypassed it all.
I don't think I've ever been.
It was very nice. It was a great chance to like get some air conditioning and regroup for a bit.
So it's every couple of stops you'll see the air conditionings. Inside Tangerine Cafe is not fully air conditioned, but at least it's a break from the shade.
Sit.
And we could sit. And that part, and it's beautiful in there.
It's so pretty.
So that was nice. The rotunda is awesome. There is a large gap between the Rotunda of America and when you get to the Epcot experience. And that's where Jen almost went down in China. But
let's talk about you.
I know I almost went down in America. I reevaluated my choices like we discussed and decided that I was good to go. So it was fine.
And was that a good decision?
Yeah. It was a good decision. It got really hot. It got real hot. I don't think I was looking too hot. Somebody gave me their table. So it was hot.
Mouse Kebab passes out in Epcot.
It flashed in my mind that if I passed out, Jen would first take out her video camera and then make sure I was okay. So yeah,
I would make sure you were okay, but I would 100% videotape that stuff.
So don't give anything away.
Yeah.
But have you completed? Like, do you know who the winner is?
No, because we came back to the resort, got into our room, took like a power nap and cooled off, and then left again, and we really didn't discuss it.
If each of you picked in your head quietly your favorite bite of the day, do you think it would be the same one as each other?
Our brackets, I think, if we were to fill them out,
they're whispering to each other.
But I feel like the actual brackets themselves would be different.
Yeah. And then that leads me to one.
Have like the savory lover and the sweet lover.
Right. And then that also leads me to wonder if even within your own bracket, Jen or Lori's bracket, is the winner going to be your favorite bite of the day? Yeah,
I think we would both have the same favorite bite, but the brackets would just look different.
I think only maybe one or two of them. I think we pretty much, we agreed on a lot of the stuff.
The winner is the winner no matter what, and it is also your favorite.
We also negotiated where I'm like, I'll let you have this one if I get this one, and it doesn't matter because this one's going to win anyways.
Yeah.
So,
you know where we were the most torn is the cocktails. So
yeah, between that
really surprising dark
chai tea with whiskey.
Chai tea with whiskey, and then the fig cocktail. We have arguments about that one right now. And then the margaritas, we were completely that was an argument, which worked out.
You guys disagreed about the margaritas.
Yeah. Which
that's
was
really the only thing we disagreed about.
So like Jen, you liked the spicy one, and Lori, you liked the pink one.
Yeah, they all
but with the other two drinks, you both liked both.
Loved them.
We loved
you just couldn't choose which is better.
Correct. I liked one more, and she liked the other one more. So it was
maybe that stays undecided until I get to try them.
It might.
But I won't get to try them until October.
But you need to try them.
The drinks
we were so excited for you to be like, oh my God, she's gonna love this one. We miss you.
Oh, I miss you too. I did see that on the videos and it made me smile.
Aww.
And everyone loved Flat Juliana.
She's nice and quiet, unlike real Juliana.
Like, she's seen better days.
She needs new ears.
She needs new ears.
She's getting wrinkled. She even has the forehead wrinkles like I do.
It was a big hit. It was embarrassing going through security with that. I'm not going to lie.
Really? I'm sure they've seen a lot weirder stuff.
Have they?
I was going to say, funny enough, I have brought my brother with me like that on a stick.
You did?
I did. When he couldn't attend our family vacation, he couldn't come down. So I brought him on a stick, much smaller. So props to this one. But
I need
life
size one.
And we went to PhotoPass. Okay, it's like in my we went to PhotoPass with him too. So you might pop up in Memory Maker here.
I have to log in and look.
I know.
So I don't want to give anything away from yesterday. So
No. We did a live yesterday in Art of Animation. I think we could talk about Art of Animation a little bit. Since we kind of skipped that because we were there Monday night.
Yeah.
Art of Animation and Pop Century share the Skyliner, which is why we stayed there because we needed to get over to Epcot. Art of Animation is a wonderful value resort. We did a video. I think, Juliana, I saw you clocked it, and the walking was 7 minutes.
7 minutes from when you guys got off the elevator. Now, that's not to say that it doesn't take a while to get down to the main level from your room. I'd add another 3 or 4 minutes to that.
Yeah.
But you guys were walking and talking, so you're comfortably talking while you were walking, and it was 7 minutes from your room to the main-ish area, not far from the buses. You could see the buses from where I stopped timing.
So like if you're going to the Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom, that's where you would go. Hollywood Studios, the Skyliner is a little bit closer. I would say that's maybe a 5-minute walk rather than 7.
Yeah.
But that's only good for those 2 parks. The other ones you're going to the buses for, and it is a hike. And we were staying in the building in the Little Mermaid area that was the closest to the Lion King.
That was Building 7. I highly recommend that if you're staying in Little Mermaid, and if you have a wonderful travel agent like us, requesting Building 7. That's what I would do. It is the closest to everything because if you get stuck in that back building.
That's another 2-3 minutes there walking.
Right. So like if you have young kids in strollers and you've got stamina, no, but I mean like if you've got young kids in strollers and you've got stamina, like who cares, right? But not every American is willing to make this hustle. So this is something.
It would be totally fine. I think where it's going to kick you is at the end of the night.
It's at the end of the night.
When you're super tired, or like Jen, we got off the Skyliner and it's a lot quicker walk for me to go from the Skyliner to the room. She had to go stop.
Water.
She needed to stop for water. And I think that about did her in.
I think there's just a little bit less convenience. And I think it takes some planning. Like certainly there's value to these values. Being on the Skyliner is huge for Art of Animation and Pop Century. You can get much less expensive rooms. They offer suites, which is nice. Art of Animation does. So there's definitely bonuses to them. They have really great theming and all that, but clients need to know
it's a walk.
And you have to plan. Like you need to keep water in your room because you're not going to want to go buy something it's far. So it takes a little extra.
In the morning when you're trying to get out to the parks, you want to factor in that walk time, and then waiting for the bus and all that. And we were talking, so in Art of Animation, the Little Mermaid rooms, there is no differentiation between the categories. Like you can't get a preferred room. It's just Little Mermaid. So when you're given that choice, and I've stayed in both of those resorts, Pop Century and Art of Animation, the rooms are identical pretty much. The beds are bigger in Pop Century, but it's worth the upgrade. And I think it's probably only like $10 more a night to stay. I was going to say,
sometimes Art sits higher than Pop Preferred.
That's right.
Stay in a Pop Preferred room is worth the money. I mean, the rooms inside the rooms themselves aren't really that special. The thing that is special about the Art of Animation, in my opinion, is all of the public spaces outside.
Really cool.
So you can walk there from Pop Century. So upgrade yourself, stay in a preferred location room where there's not as much walking.
Right. Because here's a travel agent tip is if you book the preferred at Pop, you're guaranteed that preferred location.
Yes.
If you book a Little Mermaid suite at Art of Animation, a good travel agent, as we are, will recommend Building 7 so you're as close as you can be, but there's never a guarantee that that's going to happen.
No. And, I haven't been to Pop, but, I like Art of Animation. I think with kids, especially little girls that are huge Little Mermaid fans, it's definitely something that you need to go check out. It's a really cute room.
I love the blue floors.
Yeah.
I love them. They're blue hardwoods. I love it.
Blue hardwoods. It used to be blue carpet last time I stayed there. So they switched that one out. It's a really, really cute room. It's one of those things where I think your kids would go absolutely crazy for. But as we were walking out, I'm like, I think for first time, little kids, perfect. If you're going for like a girls trip, no, go to Pop Century. So
Or the Grand Floridian.
Or the Grand Floridian. So yeah, Art of Animation was super cute. Glad we stayed there. It was super convenient with the Skyliner. It really was. We had no issues. I even took a bus to Disney Springs from Art of Animation, and the bus was fine. No lines, no waiting really. It was good. So we did Art of Animation.
Now we're at the Grand Floridian.
The Grand Floridian.
And that is more our speed. And tonight we are actually, when we're finished podcasting, we're going to pack up our stuff and walk over to Polynesian because we'll be staying in a Moana room tonight. The cool thing is, so, you know, if you decide to do a split stay, we've talked about split stays before and they're fantastic. And Disney will move our luggage for us, but I think we're going to have a pool day and stuff, and we just want to be able to access it earlier. So it's not really a big deal for us to drag our stuff
I was
over.
saying it's just
in
us.
Walking distance.
And we don't have kids. We have one bed each. So, but we
So
actually,
where are you going to pool day?
at Poly.
Polynesian. And that's an interesting question because we could pool day here at the Grand
Absolutely. You're welcome to stay there all day.
Our, you know, we won't have access to our room after 11 because that's checkout, but we'll have access to the pool and everything here. But we want to sit by the pool and have a Dole Whip with Ron.
I mean, honestly, if I had to choose the two pools, I would probably choose the Poly. Although I don't know, just girls.
They're lovely.
It depends on what you're after.
There's not a bad option here.
No.
And for people that didn't know and didn't see the live, we were supposed to stay at Pop Century tonight. We were given the opportunity to upgrade to the Poly to check out the new Moana rooms.
Were you really given the opportunity?
We are doing it for you.
Jen gave me the opportunity to upgrade to the Polynesian, and I
basically
gave her
said,
the opportunity.
I am 46. I am not 16. I am still fancy.
It's hard to go back. After spending a night in the Grand Floridian, it would be hard to go back to a value. Values are, like I said, they're great. They have their purpose, and they're awesome if that's what you're looking for. It's just
we've done split stays before, like our last trip with the three of us. I think if you're going to do it again and you're going to jump between categories, end with your higher. So if you're going to do a value and a moderate, end with the moderate. If you're going to do a moderate and a deluxe, end with the deluxe.
It's a real upgrade between these resorts. It really is.
The upgrade, you know?
There's noticeable differences between the categories for sure. But again, that's not to say that each one doesn't offer amazing Disney service and everything else. We just happen to be snobs.
We just happen to be deluxe people.
And really, we wanted to see, because my husband's going to watch this. We really wanted to see the Moana rooms for everyone and check
very important,
and get photos and get videos. So we're doing this for the company and for everyone.
So can we talk about that for a minute? I think we briefly touched on this in the past. I'm dying to see the Moana rooms. There's mixed reviews in the Disney universe about the bringing in of characters into these deluxe themings, like, because they don't want it to end up like Art of Animation, because they do want the separation, the more deluxe feeling. You're still in the Disney bubble, but it's not cartoonish.
I think that word right there is the big difference.
Not cartoonish.
So Art of Animation was cartoonish. I mean, you had the blue floors like you were in the water. You
like in the best way. It's awesome.
Yes. And the deluxe resorts where they're bringing in some characters, it's very subtle. And let's face it, I mean, the Polynesian was so overdue for an upgrade and a rehab.
You know, I felt that way.
This is where we fell in love. And when we were there a couple of years ago, we were saying, like, I pulled up a picture from the Brady Bunch when they went to Hawaii, and I'm like, this is 1970s Brady Bunch Hawaii. This
really is.
And so I'm really excited to walk, because that was one of the big things too, walking through that corridor just to get to your room, and everything was dark and and now the pictures I've seen online, everything is light and bright and cheery, and I can't wait to see that. Jonathan Smuckler is also Jinx saying the old Polly was like the Brady Bunch goes to Hawaii. Yeah, he's our listener. So he must remember that from the last time we said that. But it's true. So I can't wait. I can't wait to show you guys. We'll do pictures and video. We'll post them on our Facebook page. It's awesome. It's like construction and kids yelling and
what noise right now? I can't hear you. You just froze for a second.
Sorry.
Okay. Well,
you're fine.
No,
So,
I'm very excited to stay there. I think it's a cool atmosphere over there right now too, with it just opening.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice. Back open. Wow. The lobby's back open. Everything's back open over there. So I'm really excited to stay there. We were there quite a bit last night. But I am excited.
Favorite Polynesian. It's a fan favorite. Something about the vibe there that everybody loves.
And I will say,
the lobby.
Yeah, one hiccup which didn't really bother us was that the Polynesian's monorail is not running right now. The platform is not finished, so we walk from the Grand Floridian. We will take a boat from the Polynesian to the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that stinks.
Yes, so it's not that bad.
You'll take a boat.
We'll take a boat. And you are super close to the Ticketing and Transportation Center too. So
we walked there yesterday because we went through
the ferry is so nostalgic for me though.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm excited. So it's been a good fact-finding mission for us and for you, listener.
I'm so excited. I just said to Andy, he's asked me this morning if I was jealous. I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna be there in less than 3 weeks.
And I think it's kind of cool that in all honesty, for not just for our husbands who are listening, but this is work, and it's kind of cool that in each one of these vacations and these work trips coming up, we have an opportunity to show people different things. And we really are trying to do that. So like we said, Epcot is our favorite. Like that's our jam. Like I said, we will recommend 4 days in Epcot and 1 day in the Magic Kingdom. But I don't think we're going to go there in a couple weeks. I think we're going to skip it because I think
think you're going to hop over there.
Cast your votes, listener, and let us know what you think.
You're going to hop.
So let's ask our listeners, because should we move? Have we talked? Should we wrap it up? I want to know what they think we should do. So we were thinking, right, that we're definitely going.
What we were thinking, or should we leave it up to them?
Okay, well, we're definitely going.
Stone
is Sunday.
We're going to Boo Bash.
Yeah.
Oh,
the reason for this trip is opening night of Boo Bash. You have now seen a lot of Epcot from us. You will see a lot more of Epcot from us in October when they open Ratatouille and Magic Kingdom for the 50th anniversary.
And the new booths that are going to be opening.
And the new booths in Epcot. So, and again, you'll see Magic Kingdom in August from Boo Bash. So what should we do with what? We have 2 other days to fill.
We are going August 8th through the 11th. So we have the 9th and the 10th full days. And then...
and I am joining you from the 8th to the 9th.
Lori's coming for 22 hours.
That's a surprise. Stay tuned. So... so listeners, tell us what we should do. We're not going to tell you what we're thinking, but you tell us. And then what was the other thing I was going to say? Huh?
The world is our oyster.
I know, it's sort of fun to just what do I need to see?
What do you guys want? What do you guys want to see?
Right. I think you guys, I'm the August one. I think will be a little bit more laid back in the sense that you guys are going to go see things that we're not necessarily seeing because this one was jam packed in Epcot. And Juliana, you and I are we are jam packed
in October.
For October. I am get ready for that shoulder to shoulder / cheek to cheek come October 1st.
And I think the exciting thing with this trip that we're on right now is that the last time a Mouse Mom was in the parks was in April, and so much has changed since April. So we really we are so scheduled on this trip because we have so many quote unquote new things to show everybody. But I think August is a little bit, we have to show you Boo Bash. So that's definitely on the agenda. but I think everything else is really flexible. So that's going to be kind of cool to see what our listeners want to see. And Yvette, our listener, will be at the Magic Kingdom on August 8th also. So.
Oh, cool. So maybe we can meet up. So, all right. So stay tuned for that, Mouska fans, because that is what we're going to jump into right after this one is done. We're going to jump into planning for August, and we need help for sure. Also, since we're not done with this, we need to find out about the brackets. We need to find out who the winners are. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. I'm sorry?
We still have a Mouska tip.
Right. I just want to remind everyone that tomorrow we're going to do our live.
Just making sure.
I'm sure I could have done it at the end.
Yes.
Tomorrow we're going to do our live. I'm going to have a special guest. It's going to be just me because these two fools are going to be on their way home.
Yep.
And I'm going to have a special Mouska fan guest, and we are going to make our predictions and talk about the brackets, I think, is what we're going to do tomorrow. Sound good?
That sounds good.
All right.
And
are we ready for that?
Don't forget to participate in our giveaway all you have to do is watch our videos from yesterday and interact with them. Throw us your likes and your loves and comments, and that will earn you guys entry into our giveaway. And Mouska tip.
Mouska tip. So we learned last night, which I think we're going to do tonight, is
we did have reservations.
Yeah, we did. We did have reservations for Ohana for tonight, but after after all of the food we ate yesterday, and there are some items that we need to get snack-wise in Magic Kingdom. We canceled Ohana plus fireworks. We need to see fireworks. I'm telling you.
Are you going to Friar Tuck's without me? The Friar's Nook without me?
Oh yeah, we have to.
Wait, no.
More just got cheeseburger egg rolls are in my future.
Okay, but don't get the buffalo tater tots without me.
Oh, I kind of want that.
We won't.
You are mean.
Okay, yeah, we won't. Totally won't.
We totally won't.
Liars.
Yeah. So because of that, we canceled Ohana, but we learned last night a secret tip that if you go, what is that lounge called?
Tambu Lounge.
Tambu Lounge, which is the bar right in front of Ohana. If you go there and order a drink, you can also order food from Ohana. So tonight, you can order the pot stickers, the noodles, the wings, and the bread pudding. And you can order each one for $12. So even if we were to order all four, still cheaper than Ohana.
It's cheaper than Ohana for one person.
Right.
Yeah, but that's good. I'm good because you actually get a normal serving size.
And you don't need all you can eat.
No.
Those wings, though. Oh my gosh. My family loves those wings.
We've heard mixed reviews on a lot of the food that came back. So we're doing
Which
that
is
tonight.
another reason we decided to cancel, because I'm like, we need priorities. We talked about the belly room and the prioritizing belly room. And when I heard a lot of reviews saying that it's back, but it's not back, we got nervous.
Yes.
But I'm going to reserve judgment. We're going to order some of these things from the menu, and we will let you know.
It's a really smart decision. So we'll stay tuned for that. That's tonight.
But also, really, Ohana, as you guys know, is a really hard reservation to get for dinner. So if you don't get it, this is a really great consolation prize.
And the bar's big, so it's not just like around the bar for people that have kids. They have seating to the side, and then they have seating almost through the lobby that you can sit at and order from there as well. Really great option because they used to, and that's asked them, used to where you could order some food up to your room.
Yeah.
They do. We did learn that yesterday. The only resort doing room service right now is the one we're at right now. It's Grand Floridian.
Yes.
No other Disney resort is doing room service. So they are it. So, and they do not have mobile ordering for Ohana. So it's a great tip. I think this is what we're going to do tonight. I'm excited. I want to post on the food.
Are any of them still doing takeaway service like they were before? Like how you could order from Sanaa?
I don't know.
We'll
have to find that out today.
Kona had it in January, February, and March when I was here, and Kona was not listed. But it might have been the time of night I was checking. So we'll take a look.
We'll take a look and we'll let you guys
let us know.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah,
All right.
ask a tip.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody. I'm so excited to hear all about this. I can't wait to hear more. And you've all wasted another perfectly good episode chatting Disney with us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I can't wait to get there myself.
We can't wait to
I was
have
gonna say we still have a lot of lives today too. So we have Polly. We are going live for the People Mover because I am so excited.
Yes. We're also going to try to hop on the Jungle Cruise because there's been a lot of changes to that one.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. I can't wait to hear about it. So everybody stay tuned. Keep watching. Keep following. Enter the giveaway. Yeah, I guess that's it, right?
We'll see you later.
Yep.
Toodles.
Bye-bye.